Welcome back to Operation Freedom at Game Arena in Columbus, Ohio. It's a beautiful, hot, sunny day outside, and where better to be than holed up in a commentator booth where I can't even see a single source of natural light. Our next match that we got for you, I think, is going to be a little bit of a showstopper. We got Ohio Meat Wagon versus Thinkers. These are two teams that have attended both Operation Winter and Operation Launch. Are kind of, we are Columbus Counter-Strike. If there's a Columbus Counter-Strike event, you know that these guys aren't far away from it, and they've played plenty of times in the past against each other. They both have a win already today, so they're both feeling it. They're hot. They got some good momentum going. Ohio Meat Wagon taking one over Team Silver Mid, and then Thinkers taking one over Tsunami Rising. In my prediction, either team could take this, although talking to Xeon a little bit outside of the booth before this match, he had some words to say, like, oh, we played them online recently, we kind of rolled them over, you know, using mean language, like rolled them over. Ooh, oh, they weren't even an obstacle to us. We trounced them. Didn't say the rest of that. It was just a rolled over statement. But historically, if we look at the previous operations at Game Arena, for Operation Launch, we saw that Ohio Meat Wagon, underplayed against the Thinkers. They got 5th place, whereas the Thinkers, I think, got 3rd or 2nd. And then Operation Winter, however, Ohio Meat Wagon showed up, and they were able to get placed above Thinkers. Although I will say some of the Thinkers maintain that that's because their half of the bracket was way harder. So we shall see. But we're going to Dust 2. You want to talk about map familiarity? You want to talk about pure Counter-Strike? It doesn't get more pure than this. I'm prepared for the best. I'm prepared for the worst. And I think we're going to have a fun time. Ohio Meat Wagon, we got Geop and Steve OP, Captai, Sudane, Inflamed. And then with Thinkers, we got Anarchy, Pause, Xeon, Lord of Pies, and T19. Now, T19 was playing, I think T19 and Xeon were playing for Raised at the last event, which was Operation Winter. But now they are both back on Thinkers, and this is the exact same lineup they had back in Operation Launch. So, interesting little developments happening there. Not that this is like too important. It's just, the info I was able to write down. But it's insightful, and it provides character. But, yeah, I would say that on stream today, this is the closest thing I can call a rivalry, at least a pre-established one. Because these teams have played against each other so frequently on LAN too, and apparently online. Yeah, we got new narratives to develop. I think this might be the first time that these guys have played in pools in one of these events, so we'll see. But I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Got the knife round taken care of. Looks like Thinkers, whoever won, wanted to get the side that they're on right now. That's how it goes. Meat Wagon starting on T side, Thinkers starting on CT side. And, it's Lord of Pies. It's Lop on top. But will a catchy catchphrase be enough to win? Xeon going for these early peaks. It takes one down with Steve OP having to now sit on the spectators bench. We're getting utility in on A side, but it's actually a B play. Anarchy trying to hold it down. Can't really do it, and smokes are flying. This is going to be a really hard retake. Ohio Meat Wagon has a good amount of control going on in the Dust 2 B side. No kills yet, just small amounts of damage being traded back and forth. T19 trying to get in. Doesn't have good confirmation. Trying to look under box. Gets taken out. And the frags are flying. Lord of Pies now has to get in there. Lord of Pies cannot get in there. Ohio Meat Wagon starting off with something to say. What is that something? It's hey, we're pretty good. I don't know what's going on. I'm hearing a lot of chat being sent, and who knows if it's good, and who knows if it's nasty. It looks like we got a strong A push happening. Oh, and you know it's that smack 10. It's those Galils. It's anything we can do to just completely rush you down and mutilate whatever HP you have. Yeah, really good A push. Oh wow, T19 taking the knife kill in mid, giving him a rifle. Coming in from Catwalk now. T19. Okay, T19 takes out by G-Op. And Flame gets the last kill to take us to round 3. Really good round from our boys. Oh, the Ohio Meat Wagon. The Ohio Midnight Meat Wagon. I hear that movie is... It's okay. What the hell? Better. A little bit of technical difficulties with a commentator pen, but don't worry, we got it fixed. We're setting up this mid, trying to look down, see who's gonna walk into my spray. Ohio Meat Wagon, you know, rich enough to afford the AK on G-Op, but Thinkers, you know, dealing with a good amount of weaponry. T19 playing the glass cannon on A site. That first shot being a miss is not what you want to see, because now we know A is being held down with such a powerful gun, and it could have been a kill, but it wasn't. It was not meant to be. Pause, waiting for something in the tunnels. Might be happy with what he sees. Yeah, this is definitely one of the hardest B stacks of all time. Ooh, gets confirmation on the one. Gets a lot of utility coming in. Sprays down, willy-nilly. Not getting much action. Is able to get a headshot. Or not a headshot. Oh yeah, a headshot. And now, you know, we're 3v3. G-Up trying to take him out through the smoke. Gets taken by T19. T19's making that off work. Anarchy almost full spring through the door for the whole kill. Very lucky to have not died, Cap Tie. But also very lucky for... you know, Anarchy taking that much damage down. Inflamed. Trying to find something in the window. He is right. He does. Oh, just the quick peek out. Single headshot is all you need. Xeon's able to finish the round. Xeon, who has previously been in the commentator booth for prior events, and has expressed an interest in returning this time, but currently indisposed with actually playing. Thinkers on the board. Only one gun remaining, but, you know, it's the AWP. We got the AWP back. And Ohio Meat Wagon's got a little bit of reconstruction to do, but I don't think they're in sour spirits. I think that was a pretty hard-fought round, and I don't think that any of them played particularly dumb or underperformant. Utility coming through to mid, looking for some damage, not finding any. It's a slow play from Ohio Meat Wagon, who has an AWP of their own, even from the fresh buy. Full armor, too. Gotta have full armor for... Ooh, takes out Pause's majority health bar, down to 26. Whoever gets a kill on Pause is gonna, you know, they got an IOU in the mail for Steve-O. Steve-O's taken out by Anarchy. Anarchy, are you ready for another on Cat? Kind of settling back into trying to gather information, waiting, trying to see who can get the better peek. We got utilities coming through A long. Xeon's taking a little bit of damage. T19 is throwing it out. Or not T19, whoever's opposing him. G-Op. T19 is looking for the AWP kill. Gets taken out by GOP. GOP can't get the second, but Lord of Pies is damaged. A lot of damage done to all of the CTs except for Anarchy, and this could be heavily capitalized on. We shall see. Now Captain and Sudane are pretty lit, and this could spell danger. Anarchy's able to take down Sudane, and Anarchy doesn't need much to take down Captai. A FAMAS and a dream, and that's what happens when all your opponents are lit. You can make any gun work like it's nothing. Thinkers on the board, 2-2. Well, more than on the board. It's solid from both teams. Again, I don't really think we're seeing that much bad play going on. I think these last 2 rounds, at the absolute worst, Ohio Meat Wagon just like doesn't have the resources to account for everything, and they're getting like caught off guard from behind. It's not like it's like we got caught off guard because we're stupid. It's like we're getting caught off guard because the situation, we had to focus on what was ahead, and we couldn't really account for what was behind. Good utility coming into the B site. Flame looking for something that's not there. Xeon's ready on the site, ready to strike, and now being met up with by T19. This should be a mess. But bomb's down, T19's down, and Xeon just waiting for the smoke to clear so he can start lighting up some heads. Oh, but they might be ready. Oh, Pause and Lord of Pies, making this a little easier. Xeon taking another one down, and GOP's got to make it happen from the back of Plat. And it didn't happen, and that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, you can tell Thinkers is having a good time today. The boys are hooting and hollering. They're having fun. How could you not have fun? You're gaming. There's money on the line. If you win money. Some of these people didn't even have to come out far. Some of these people, this is just what they'd be doing on a weekend anyway, playing Counter-Strike. They'd be playing scrims online. Now, no, they did also have to buy in, so if they do lose, that technically is a loss of money, which isn't great. But hey, that's the gamble. Inflamed with the early headshot mid. Taking down T19, important player. Taking down Xeon. Ooh, really good Molotov. Holding Anarchy down, who is completely getting lit up by that Molotov. Giving it its namesake. Inflamed, also employing some namesake. That's a good molly. Kind of gives the impression of we want to go this way. Lord of Pies able to swing some momentum back in the CT direction. Thinkers can now start mounting some sort of strategy to get back on top. I think Lord of Pies sees the writing on the wall, sees that it might be a B play. No, it looks like Captai and Stevel are headed back. Anarchy's able to get that op kill. Pause able to lock down A site, and it has completely gone the other direction again. These teams seem to complement each other very nicely. Stevo getting some action in. We can start a dialogue on how to get ourselves planted on B. Flash comes through, doesn't hit his soul. And yeah, Anarchy and Pause gonna have to make the team up happen. And now it's just one op versus an op and an AK in a retake situation. Has utility. We have a smoke and 2 flashes. Switches to the M4. Smart stuff. Trying to just ring some shots in. Not 2 flashes, I'm sorry. And the small icons that kind of look like a flash. Whoa! The half blind op flick. Okay. Okay. Ohio Meat Wagon back in the situation. The conversation is developing. Again, this is I can't say if this is a rivalry because I don't know how these teams like feel about each other emotionally or spiritually. But I can say that to me it looks like a rivalry. You get that sometimes. College sports, professional sports. Oh, this is a rivalry. People are like, yeah, I guess it just kind of happened that way, but they don't really hate each other. Damn, really good kills coming in from Ohio Meat Wagon early on. Doesn't hurt. That definitely looks like a save round. Pause trying to get this deagle kill. Something with a deagle. Oh, almost had it there. Wasn't standing still. But you can't stand still. Stand still, you get killed. As my dad always says, stand still, you get killed. Pause, waiting for this A play. Trying to ring some deagle shots out. Inflamed so ready for this push in. Ooh, does get taken out by Inflamed. There's now an AK in play on the CT side if they grab it, and they do. Lord of Pies ready with it. And Captai takes down Pause. And now Lord of Pies, the objective is obvious. I'm going to keep this AK. And I'm definitely not going to get killed by Sudane. Right. Oh, Sudane! Oh my god. Whoa! The flash drop for the... What a bastard. That is evil. Okay. A little bit of swag, a little bit of disrespect, and Ohio Me Wagon, you know, looking like a team that can win. Thinkers also looking like they can win, but it's still yet to be determined. And I could talk about like, oh, this map's blank-sided, but let's just assume that at this level we're throwing that out the window. The considerations being made. Okay, G-Op taken down early. Ohio Me Wagon, small hill to climb now. Steve-O's looking for action through the A site. Probably peek through smoke. Wow, gets it through the smoke. Was that pre-fire? Was that, you know, something that we didn't see? Or was it he's hacking? Somebody check if he's got Microsoft Word on his USB drive. I don't think he's hacking. That's a joke. 4v4. Kind of quiet on the Western Front. We get this little sneak attack coming in from T19, who's now on upper tons. Heading lower. Pause. Holding him out. Pause. Another headshot with the AK. Probably not ready for Captai to come through. And ooh, this is looking like maybe a not worthwhile interaction. They, you know, I can see everything on the map. I can see the players through the walls. I know that if they had pushed through Cat after getting that kill on site, it might have been pretty good. But they don't know that. They probably thought it was still a hot site. Probably didn't know that they were getting railed from behind. But still a solid buy from Ohio Me Wagon. Only one helmet missing and only one non-rifle. But, you know, their numbers are dwindling rather quickly. Lord of Pies, oh, a little bit of smoke dance going on. Captai now has a lot to do. Captai, that's one. 4 more. Is it possible? Is it conceivable? Okay. That's 2. Not too much damage taken. Only 24 HP gone. Waiting. That's 3. 2 more. Probably not going to be able to do that one. Yeah, too much of a wall cover advantage. Plus, you're dealing with a gun that you pretty much need to get a headshot with versus a guy who can spray a little more when you're at 26 HP. It's, but I mean, like, hey, it looked good. 3 kills coming back from nothing. That was kind of nice. Although they were playing a little shooting gallery, one at a time. Let me oh, here I am. Shoot me. Oh, Anarchy with the blind kill. A push is a little, you know, stifled by taking out Steve OP. But I don't think they're too worried about it. This is obviously more of a utility play. Yeah. And they're coming through with attacks. And clicks are happening. We got 2 down. That's impressive, considering the lack of armor. T19 showing you that, you know, you have no armor. A really weak SMG is going to be able to put you in the dirt. GOP waiting for this peek out of the smoke. And now has to put something together. Swinging out way too far. Ugh, that could have been something. I think Ohio Me Wagon doesn't realize how close they were to that. And, you know, now considering that angle was a little terrifying. I think it was just like some sound occurred. Something happened that made him think that the other player was coming from Catwalk. And it just didn't happen to be the case. Thinkers up 6-4. We got 2 more rounds in the half, and this one's looking like a heater. Yeah, I feel like I haven't really seen like too many poorly instructed plays from either team. All these players seem to be doing a pretty bang-up job. That's pretty much all there is to say about it. Xeon, you know, team mascot essentially, and holding down these B tons. And Stevo's trying to formulate a way to poke out and get one of these early frags so that, you know, the story becomes that it's an A push, and then the B players can start to take advantage of the confusion. But now we're headed back. Looks like it is just going to be a full B push, and you know, Sudan's playing this mid spot, looking for a peek, whether it's through CT or whether it's directly on the doors. Who's to say? T19 looking for someone to show up. I really think this upper tons situation is gonna become something. Oh, we're getting shots returned. Nade's coming through. Not ready for the guys at the left side doors. Xeon with the preventative flash, and Captai able to lock the sight down. Stevo with a really important kill for this play. I think that double smoke might be a little unnecessary, but you know what happens in the moment. Ooh, now pause with the kill. Captai's gotta get this just one tick, and it's not enough. Nothing's enough. Anarchy's able to take him from behind. Pause. Pause with a defuse. Yeah, sorry, no cams for this one. Both teams are apparently too far away from like the distance to get a camera cable running there. They just have like the least optimal setups for it. One team, and you know, if one team can't have a cam, then they're not going to do cams for both of them, because that would feel a little preferential. T19 with the early frag on Steve OP. Kind of a generic kill, I will say. Just pretty much I rushed up to mid, we met each other. Flame with a nice little headshot with a MAC-10. Peeking through, would you believe it that he lost in a mid-range to a rifle with a MAC-10? I was shocked. This is the last round of the half. Sudan's got a hill to climb. Might want to consider trading the Galil for something a little better. Ooh, get out of there. I think that might be full confirmation that A site's clear. Clear, quote unquote. Damn. Anarchy locking it down. But I don't think Wagon has looked like a slouch in any regard. I think that they looked really good. I think that the side switch might be what determines it. And we'll just see what happens from here. Yeah, Thinkers with the three-way tie for top frag. 11 three-ways, and Captai is looking pretty solid on Ohio Wagon. Yeah. Push out onto A long. Ooh, pause with a quick to one tap with the P250. T's are getting in. Thinkers are laying it down. Captai able to hold them off just a little bit. They can't let this plant happen. That's like the one big thing that would turn this round, is being able to prevent the plant. And unfortunately, we have a real mismatched retake scenario. Ooh, just a body shot with a P2000. You can commit. Oh, gets cut off by the pass. Oh, gets the headshot while walking. And we only got one more left. Xeon's got to figure this out real quick. Xeon with the Glock headshot. Running out of bullets. The magazine is emptying in both ways. I think that's enough to have the bomb actually go. Sudan, you got to stick it. I know it's probably not going to work, but you have to stick it. Yeah. Very, very good round from both sides. Another one. I think Thinkers is like a little better of a team, but that little better wins more rounds than you think it would. Yeah, good hold off from Xeon. Even though he couldn't win that final 1v1, it don't matter if you get the, if you defend the bombs long enough for it to explode. That does make it frustrating to know that a defuse kit probably would have saved him. A little heart wrenching. Just some loud action mid. Oh, he gets a visual confirmation. And probably not expecting the lower tons. Oh, shoot. Okay, okay. I don't know how G-Op won that. That seemed like such an obvious situation where he was going to get killed by any Mac-10 bullet. But, hey, whatever. Yeah, Ohio Wagon still has all their numbers, and Thinkers is down to 3, who finally gets a kill on the board. Lord of Pies with the Galil. But do you want it to take that long? Oh, they don't know. They don't know what kind of stacks are going on over here. It's Stack City. Ooh, Boss is able to climb up and get the Galil headshot. Yeah, they're getting the plant down. It's going to be messy. Get the kill through the smoke. Wow, this is completely changed from the beginning of the round. Obviously, this was such a far cry in the first place, but... Ooh, Sudane's able to start mounting an offensive. Sudane's trying to sneak around the smoke, trying to find any sort of confirmation of a terrorist's head. And unfortunately, Pause is able to put the stop on that situation. But let's fast forward to the next round, and then maybe we can play. That was like a video player joke. For the record. Record. Looks like we're getting a full A push again. Whole lot of utility coming out. Xeon's trying to find something down way mid. Flame getting hit by the molly. Able to take down T19. Lord of Pies gets the revenge kill. Sudane gonna play the defense. Not enough to take down Lord of Pies. But that is Stevo just with the stray M4 bullet. Xeon in that tricky mid position. They might not have tracked that. They might have thought it was a full A push, but you always got to watch out for those stragglers. That's like a Counter-Strike jungling. Xeon hears the footsteps, is so ready for the fight, and takes him out like it's nothing. Now GOP. Okay. GOP should be proud of that headshot, because that was kind of insane. And again, you look at the score lines for all the players, and nobody is, like, bad. Everybody is playing, like, pretty good. It's just this 4-11 has been the result of all of these close round ends. There's just that much more conviction in Thinker's play, and that's what's making this such a tricky situation for Ohio Wagon. Pause. Trying to push through. Double door is going to have to deal with Stevo with 5-7. One-shot headshot. That's a ouchie wah-wah. Fortunately, they're able to negate picking up a rifle. They kind of swarm out. They're now headed towards A through ramp. Lord of Pies looking for something cat. Sting, or gets tagged. Ooh, Sudane's able to take it down with the smoke, with the wall, with the headshot. Where's the jump? Where's the blind? I need to see that kill feed go longer. Yeah, this is a nice little back and forth from both teams. Ohio Wagon is trying to show that they are not out of it quite yet, but they will have a lot of work to do in the full scope of the round. Xeon's able to take out Captai. Xeon, who was playing a little low in the frag game a couple of rounds ago, seems to have a chip on his shoulder about it and is now entered into positive territory. We don't have a kill around, we don't have 100 ADR, but we're definitely contributing. Xeon's been getting a lot of very focal kills in these last couple of rounds. Yeah. Ohio Wagon, where's the plan? What is you doing? Pause leading the charge. Trying to find something that isn't quite there yet, but that kind of paranoia is good to see in a Counter-Strike player. Smoke's coming out for the cross. Lord of Pies headed through the smoke, gets dinked by Captai. Captai takes a lot out, and T19 takes one of his own, but obviously the damage was heavily done by Captai. Anarchy trying to find these shots, gets taken out by Captai in the cross, and now it is just Xeon at top of mid. Starting to come down, trying to win this volley. It doesn't really look like it's going his way. I was wrong, but I was already saying it, so I had to finish it so I didn't sound stupid. Oh, very not ready for this angle. Oh, that's nice. That's one of those dream scenarios where you're playing matchmaking and you're like, they're not going to check this corner. They're not going to check this corner, right? And you're able to get the headshot. I feel like you never get lucky enough for that. So I know that they're pretty happy about that. Ohio Meat Wagon with one of their first wins of the half. Still a lot of work to do, but I think they're capable, and it would be quite the statement to take this into overtime. And he's taking up through Cat, trying to look for some mid action. And Flame's gonna have to deal with all of these insects with their tiny pistols. Ooh, might not be worth it. Just having to be mismatched like that. And I think they see that they have a foothold on A. Nobody is currently on the A site proper, but things change quickly. Steve OP able to take out T19 with the AWP through the wall. And Flames taken out by Lord of Pies. The trades are happening. Sudane taking out Pause. And now it looks like we are mounting the offensive onto A. We have a Galil, 2 pistols between us. Pretty solid flash on the window. Captai getting the 1 tap, making it look so clean. G-Up taken out. Wow, taking it down to a 1v1 just off of pistols. And Steve-O with the kit. This should be a solid win, taking us to 6-12. Ohio Meat Wagon with a pulse. Pretty solid play from Meat Wagon in these last couple of rounds. I think that they're probably upset to have lost as many numbers as they did to a pistol round, but you can't deny the results. You're only playing for rounds at this point. You have to full send no matter what, because if you don't, then what's the point? You sit on money for nothing? Steve-O's waiting for this peak, decides to give up on it, realizes his services are needed elsewhere. We got the bomb deep in the T site, or the T spawn. Waiting for the call. And it looks like the call is take it to B side. Pause able to get the early headshot. And maybe a second? No, it's an even trade. A perfect transference of energy. Xeon able to bring it back down. A little squishy himself. But, you know, Captai's got to sit on that. Yeah, Xeon with the AK is a much different player. Steve-O doesn't know. He's sitting on quite the bundle of potential frags right here. Wow, the AUG. I think we've seen one of those all day. To be fair, we've only had 2 matches. 1.5. But, you know. The situation is now 3v3. Steve OP able to thin it down. Able to thin it down even more. The unnecessary headshot. Hey, if you got good aim, flex it. T19 might not be ready. T19 is ready, but not ready for Sudane to flick around and finish with the AUG. Ohio Meat Wagon continues the climb. They're looking pretty solid. They're still losing a couple of these interactions they definitely don't want to, but, you know, when Xeon is just, like, completely leveled up in reflexes, what do you do? What do you do? You can reference, or you can spot someone within, like, 2 or 3 frames, and the moment that happens, they headshot you. You're just like, all right, cool. And technically, you have the wall advantage and everything. It's like, it's crazy. Lower tons is dark, I will say. That is an element I might not be fully considering. The Hail Mary smoke coming in to block off the doors on B site. Yeah, all 5 players in B tunnels. What's the call? Meanwhile, Ohio Meat Wagon is playing pretty nicely spread even. 2A, 1 pushed forward, 1 kind of back, 1 mid, 2B. And yep, I think the call is being made. Flash coming through. And this is just going to be pretty good from Sudan, I think. Gonna have to reload. Steve-O's going to have to get in there with the op. And Xeon, again, with these headshots. Put the deagle in his hand. He's a superhero. Superhero's got to fly in and save the day. And Steve OP is his kryptonite. 8-12, 4 in a row. Another 4 needed, but now we are in that. We're in that no man's land of every round from now on. It's going to be a loss bonus for Thinkers. So Ohio Meat Wagon is going to want to hold on to their dear lives because any time that they lose one, it's going to be a break in the economy. And yeah, we got these full buys, all AKs, all utility, all helmets. Just need the solidest CT play that they can muster right now, which you know, so far they've shown they're extremely capable of. Small baby steps towards action. COP, I think with a properly timed incendiary. Lord of Pies. Oh, COP taking one out on A. Taking another one out. Is able to duck back. Doesn't get killed. A third. That one was a little something. And a fourth. Steve OP making the case for himself. As if the amount of kills wasn't enough already. Lord of Pies now has to try and figure something out. Is able to take out Steve OP. Revenge for his fallen brothers. And now it's 9-12. Only losing 1 life. That does not break their economy at all. They're able to do another full buy. A lot of utility drops definitely coming in for Steve OP. Maybe too many frags. And we get a tactical timeout from Thinkers. Thinkers who went into this sounding a little confident and have looked confident the entire time, except for these last 4 rounds. I can't even say the last 5 rounds because I feel like they were still like, no, we still got this. But this is definitely them thinking, considering, can they do this? Are we going to lose? What's going to happen? Ohio Meat Wagon is not a slouch in the slightest. And, you know, Steve OP can't be understated what kind of performance he's been putting on in the second half. His AWP ability has been insane. Yeah, I will say that last one. Oh, Sudan is just going in there, doing a lot of damage. GOP is now going to have to follow up on the performance. And, you know, the location's been confirmed, but can kind of sneak away. Gets 2 more. Capped eye. Just needs 1 more. Oh, my God. Pasta gets the headshot with an eagle and gets taken down. 3 lives lost, but still a lot of money in the Ohio Meat Wagon ecosystem. Thinkers has been sitting on that match point for too long. The tension is, you could cut it with a knife. They gotta figure this out. This match is theirs. Ohio Meat Wagon, though, this CT play, I think they just got it. It's been looking really solid. It could be that element of, you know, we have so much progress put towards this win that maybe we're owed it. and that kind of mentality gets in the way. The kind of mentality of, we can do this because we should win. Some trade kills happening. Steve OP again with the AWP. It doesn't matter. I'm going to AWP you. You can flash me. I can be mismatched. A kill's gonna happen. Just a monster with this weapon. Anarchy and Xeon are gonna have to figure this out. They're throwing almost all the utility they have. I think they're trying to sell the story of an A push, but I don't think the story is that believable. We got players trying to counter in mid. Are they gonna go through lower tunnels through B? Oh, able to get both players confirmed. This is gonna get messy. We're gonna get action definitely coming from CT side. Okay, but now they're headed back to A. We still have players on A. We got a player on Cat. We got Steve OP on Cat. Where's the push? Oh, gets the confirm, gets the kill. I was not expecting that. That almost looked like it was like just a little too late. Xeon gets a kill, gets an entry, and a jumping no-scope. That feels fair. If I'm Xeon, I'm definitely not pissed off right now. And wouldn't you know it, we are now at overtime point for Ohio Meat Wagon. What have they figured out? I think it is, I don't know. Could it be them? Could it be Thinker's approach to T-side, maybe being too formulaic? And Ohio Meat Wagon's just prepared for that. What is the story? Either way, it's really enticing, and I like it a lot. Again, these are both veterans to the Game Arena operation system, and I'm declaring there a rivalry, and I think that a match like this is definitely compounding onto that belief, especially when it's so close and we have so many individual stories of skill and showing the hell up. I think it should be noted that at this point, Thinkers only have 2 positive kill-death ratios, and that's Anarchy and Xeon. Xeon, who was very low in the first half. Meanwhile, we got 3 on Ohio Meat Wagon, with Steve OP just running away with it as far as who's going to be the MVP if Ohio Meat Wagon wins. Inflamed, ready for this push. Maybe not ready. The flash convinces him to piece the F out, and this firebomb's going to come through sooner rather than later, you got to think. No damage quite yet. Lord of Pies and Xeon kind of biding their time. This is such a slow play. Gonna have to see some action eventually because the timer is ticking down. 50 seconds left in the round. Captai ready for this. Ooh, the timing. Just unable to get one. Anarchy trying to return the frag. Ooh, not able to get the tap. Who do you say has the advantage in this scenario? Paul's able to get a kill. Zidane returning fire on Xeon. Captai's trying to get in on this. He can't let this go unanswered. It's now a 3v3. This is the closest that Thinkers have had since this turnaround in the half. And now Captai is just playing this distracting, annoying, bug-like role. He's a cockroach. Lord of Pie is able to bring it down to 2-2. Pause. Starts planting the bomb. Focuses more on the kill. And Ohio Meat Wagon did it. Ohio Meat Wagon freaking did it. WT the frick? How'd they do that? That was just 8 rounds of pure figuring it out. And that last one, it almost looked like was going to be too much for them. It literally was down to the last 2 players. How the hell did they do that? I really wish we had player cams. No shade to Game Arena, but I really wish we had player cams for this one. Ohio Meat Wagon keeping it rolling on CT side. And, you know, this is just going to be another war. Steve OP getting the early frag again with the op. He is a nasty, evil man with that thing. Jeez. Chat, just remember, I did not say anything about what Xeon said regarding their previous match against each other in online. Lord of Pies getting to the cross, getting the smoke in. Classic, smoke the cross so you can get on site. That's Dust 2 Tings. Inflamed, trying to lock it down. Ooh, gets locked down himself. Some return fire from both sides. Ohio Wagon now sitting on the player advantage. T19 able to lock it down. Nice op kill. And now it's Captai and G-Op versus T19 and Xeon. Bad angle from Captai. Ooh, one taken down by the CT. Xeon's able to hold it down. G-Op now needs to get in there. 13 rounds. And Xeon through the wall with the headshot. You hear these guys. They are yelling. They are hooping and hollering. It's getting loud in GA. Columbus. Campus. Site. This is mother effing CS, baby. This is good stuff. I was hungry for it, and I'm fed. The mid pushing, trying to get some action going on Catwalk. Steve-O with another kill. Like, you just literally just why even walk into anything? You're gonna get killed by Steve-O. Oh. Doesn't commit on the second one. He's good for one. He's good for one typically. How do you do that with that much head coverage? That was insane. Ooh, that nade did some damage to the planter. Now they got to figure it out again. Ooh, Sude ain't able to capitalize on what the other guy couldn't. It's Lop and Captai. Lop's able to take down Captai. Thicker's on top, 14-12. Oh my god, sorry, I just completely malfunctioned on my role as a commentator there because the camera was good. Whoever's controlling the spectator was doing a great job, but it was just like, I can't keep up. This player killed that player, this killed that. Ohio Wagon, who is playing so good on CT side in actual regulation, is now kind of getting rolled over on overtime. And you know, they don't have the weapons that they had. They're running out of budget. It's already 3-5. They got to figure something out right now. They gotta cement a defensive, an offensive defensive. And Steve OP is also taken out. One of the greats taken down. Sudane's able to get on the board. And it's now 1-3. Oh, but he's ready for the cross. They got the smoke for it, though. I don't know if they're checking for it, but I gotta imagine that Lord of Pies might have heard some running. This could be nasty. That smoke clearing could be the death knell. Anarchy's not ready. Lord of Pies isn't ready. The only person who's probably ready. Oh my god! You're so lucky. You are so goddamn lucky. Oh, I understand the panic aim. I would have done the exact same thing. Oh, and Thinkers going into the second half of this overtime round with quite the advantage, I would say. They need to get one, and they've looked pretty good on CT side in the first half. So, yeah. It looks like Thinkers have only gotten better since we've gone to overtime. So, we'll see what Wagon can do. Maybe Wagon impresses. Maybe Wagon really shows up again and takes us into another overtime. But, you know. Nasty stuff. Yeah, the slow play from Wagon. The tension is there. They want something. They don't want to have to work too hard for it. They want reliable results. T19 makes themselves exposed. That might be worth it, though. G-Op getting the first kill. Ohio Meat Wagon. You know, they got the momentum. They can roll with this. Steve-O, it's not necessary to use the op in that situation. Obviously, he might not know the health that T19 or Anarchy, I forget which one it was standing on. Anarchy, yeah. Could have been a pistol, but you don't know. And now it's a 4v4. We get Anarchy now taken out. A little bit of fresh revenge. And, you know, trade between T19 and G-Op. Ooh. Pause. Last man standing. Bomb's coming down. Pause. Has to figure out something here right now. Because this might just be the momentum that they're looking for. I just realized what stickers he has on his M4. That is so cute. That's the 2016 MLG Columbus. But it's mirrored because it's left-handed. That is so freaking cute. Yeah, I'm a Columbus player. I got Columbus stickers. For the one time esports ever came to Columbus. Pause, can't make this happen. I think the bomb might kill him. No? I overestimated the range. That's on me. That's on me. I'm sorry. Pause, able to walk away with 1 HP. And, yowza. Ohio Meat Wagon. You know, we didn't play the best T side, but, you know, CT Thinkers didn't play the best CT side, and they were able to get 3 wins in overtime. We can do 3 wins in overtime on T side. Lord of Pies getting tagged in mid. Ouchie. Pretty nice advantage to have early on, but, you know, that can't just be the only advantage that you take. Sudane waiting for some action, coming from lower tons up to upper. Maybe they can take advantage. Anarchy, here's the footsteps. Might be ready. Kind of had the advantage there, but still gets taken out. And that's the start for Ohio Meat Wagon. That is the fuse. T19 about to peek out. Trying to look for something. Gets taken out. Does a fair deal of damage, giving Pause an easier time on this kill, who is getting flamed up. Now, Lord of Pies receding into spawn. Trying to look for something. Might not be ready for this action. Lower tons. Oh my god, Dane planted himself so perfectly. Gets taken out through the wall, but that might just be exactly what he wanted. Oh, not ready for secret. Oh my god, Pause! Pause might have just taken that. If Steve-O could find, yes, an automatic rifle. And Steve-O now has the opportunity of a lifetime. Okay! Okay! Wow! Oh, man! What is going on? Steve-O, not just sitting on that top frag, but an absolute hero. That spray down was so like, oh my god, please connect for their sake. For the sake of running this into as many overtimes as we can and pissing off production. Jesus Christ, that was crazy. Lord of Pies waiting for this action. Might have to get it started himself. Ooh, the counter firebomb. But he's safe, he's safe. Not really that effective, $600 down the drain. But I mean, you know, spend any money that you want in the final round. But maybe just don't use it there. T19 looking for some action mid. Might find it. Actually gets appropriately flamed out. Has to, ooh, so ready. Sudane's able to get the first frag. Sudane looking for a second. Gets it in CT. And now this would be perfect for a B push. And they understand it. They're going through tunnels right now. And the rest of the CTs are now trying to pick up pieces. It's just Pause and Lord of Pies against Ohio Meat Wagon minus Sudane. They're able to take down Captai. They're able to take down Inflame. G-Op's down too. Steve OP, can he be the hero like he was last time? I don't know how I feel about the op, but that's it. That's it. That's what you get. Oh my god. That is so shocking that last round went that way. It really felt like if any round in the second half of that overtime could have been Ohio Meat Wagons, like off the bat, that was the one where they just kind of had like instant momentum, but Thinkers was able to take it back. Jeez, man. That was damn good count. That woke me up. That match in particular, I was like, oh yeah, I really got to get into this, and I appreciate that. Well, if these guys have to interact in bracket tomorrow, that is going to be quite the watch. Yeah, I think I got it right next to Steve OP, just like AWP, Hero, top frag, just every accolade next to him because he just did so good. Like, what a player. And then Xeon, all right, like T-side, just so I can, oh, my language, my bad. Yeah, you know, Lord of Pie is obviously such a great player, but damn. Well, I hope you guys liked that one. I rather did. That was a really, really, really good match. Like the whole entire first half of the actual match regulation felt good. It felt like, you know, Ohio Meat Wagon, they just needed a little more like lucky breaks, and they probably could have had more rounds. So this next half is going to go better, and then lose those first 4, and it's like, okay, maybe they don't got it. Like, again, all of these have been pretty close for the most part, so like maybe they can figure something out. But at this point, like, there's no way they're going to win the next 8 rounds in a row. That'd be insane. And then they do, and then they almost completely lose it in the first half and then the first round of second half, but then they bring it to 14-15 and keep us in the absolute utmost suspense. And then it ended a little, I would say a little anticlimactically. That's fine. They still played amazing CS, and so did Thinkers. But, you know, it's just one of those situations where it's like, if things had gone a little different, the fact that Thinkers was able to win that one, that is nothing short of incredible. And, you know, they deserve it. But, damn. Man, I love Dust 2. I think that when I'm playing Dust 2, I'm like, yeah, I guess I've been playing this for like, you know, a decade and a half now. And, yeah. But commentating it, it's just like that familiarity. It makes it so visceral for me. I think that that's something I'm completely getting blindsided by, just regarding commentating instead of playing, is like I can get more fun out of the maps I like playing less. So yeah. But yeah, really good stuff from Thinkers. And, you know, it's like Xeon said, I think we got this one. And they did. It wasn't definitive. It wasn't like, oh, we really got this one. Like, no, they had to fight for it, especially later on. But yeah, I don't think Meat Wagon is getting knocked out in the pool day. I'm just gonna say that much because yeah, man, Steve-O was playing something, man. Like, some of those op shots were like, is this Columbus or is this like Katowice? For real. So, you know, hey, you scouts out there, hit him up. I don't think he'd mind playing this for a living. Yeah, we got more incredible Counter-Strike action coming at you from the heart of the Midwest, not Indiana, Columbus. So keep it posted. Keep watching the stream, okay? Because we like you, and we want you to keep watching all the great matches we got. But we're gonna have a quick short break. I think that's what this message means, and we'll be back shortly.